Okay. So, Bob, you find him. Are you going to interact with him, or?
I am. I'm just going to comment on what bullshit it is that half the fleet's not here first, and that we have to jury rig a bunch of crap in order to get down the surface of the planet. And then I'm going to slide into like, hey, do you have any extra, munitions that you can slide our way?
Well.
Or that you'd be willing to trade for?
Well, I'd be willing to trade for anything, but it's what you're willing to trade me.
What do you need? What are you lacking?
Well, we could definitely use an extra reload or two for our main weapon. If you have maybe that for the Chimera. My crew's been going at me for a couple of weeks now.
He's iron.
Is that a separate power pack thing for the multi-laser on top? Or no, what are we're using the autocannon.
Use an autocannon.
How many do we have of the autocannon rounds?
I
don't think anybody's got the Chimera actually written down anywhere.
No, we have two extra reloads.
Which the autocannon has a magazine.
And then 60 shots, wasn't it?
Actually,
60 rounds, and then we have 2 extra reloads.
Yeah. So we have 2 extra things to reload after we run out of 60. So we have 180 shots, pretty much. On our Chimera.
And they would have a similar number as well.
So
what I want to trade for it, I wonder.
Ask them what they have, maybe. That what we might not have.
The only thing I can really think of would be, the ordnance to blow shit up if we needed it.
Well,
I mean, that'd be some sort of demo charges or extra rockets.
Oh, that's kind of more if the Foxes aren't successful in their requisition.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell William I'll get back to him.
All right. And then he goes back to what he was doing before. So
everybody can hear Penny playing, right?
Yeah, it's not annoying though. It's fine. Snow and SlyFox, you are halfway through the line at this point. But somebody has filled in a box that he wasn't supposed to, so now he's got to go back to now they got to give him a new form, and he's kind of holding up the line. So,
fucking idiot!
Was this guy even born on an Imperial planet?
This is Form 143E. You needed Form 142F.
Breaking my pen from filling out the.
Where's your carbon copy? I'm not finding your carbon copy. What is? What is this? What is it? There's a system here, man.
Callahan, does Sarge really expect me to get a laser?
I don't know, damn it. I'm just trying to fill out this fucking form. Shit.
He can barely read, and they got him filling out forms.
By the way, an hour has passed. You had, like I said at the meeting, you had a 4-hour time before the drop happens.
I'm going to spend the rest of the time waiting for those 2 schmoes to get back to the Chimera with the stuff. Just ensuring that all the gear and equipment is done.
Did we want to see if I could steal anything from the bastard 67?
Over to Ben, who is on the other end of the
snooping around
of the hold that you're currently located in. You're kind of in their whole area is just this big mustering ground of tanks of various different makes and models. They're all Lehman Russes, but there's a lot of variants here. You can tell they're veteran. But what you're trying to find what again?
Demo charges or any sort of explosives.
Okay, well you're there. Like you there, and you haven't been really approached or anything like that. You just kind of look like a trooper walking around. So, what are you doing?
All right, I'm just going to very nonchalantly walk up to the nearest, clearly escorted Lehman Russ, the one that looks like the crew is off elsewhere doing their thing. And
do you have the deceive skill, Ben?
Peek around. No, I have dodge though. If anybody tries to hit me,
have you taken off any identifications on you and just put them in a pocket or something?
Be very
I think
hard.
that would make it more conspicuous walking around with no identification when everybody else
Well,
does.
it's sometimes.
Can you
really
see any
small,
of their
you know?
uniforms lying around?
Shut up, Callahan. You're standing in line with forms.
I'm like, this is my micro.
Me and
I'm
Bob are
like,
back at the tank, like rubbing our heads. Like,
I'm like, don't you fuck
And
yourself.
I'm plus 20 on sneaky, so I'm very clearly trying to stay out of sight.
Well, you have found a demolisher Lehman Rush, like a demolisher cannon one. I think it's actually just called a Lehman Rush demolisher or something like that. And it is being left unattended. It seems to have its engine compartment open. So maybe the crew is gone, or maybe it was down for repairs. But it is left unattended. There is no locks on any of the hatches or the stowage boxes. So what are you? So are you going to?
I'm going to enter said demolisher and rummage around in the boxes.
Okay. Run a.
I'm just gonna start pulling shit out of the boxes.
Yeah, I want to see what I can
that
find.
sounds good. Just pulling explosives and chucking
Leave it
them
just all
down.
over the floor.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll a common lore. What would this be under?
Keeping in mind, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, the common lore Imperial Guard test of -10.
All right, you're gonna have to walk me through this. What am I doing exactly?
You have what are the common lore do you have? Like, what are the various common lores that you?
I have common lore, Imperial Guard, War, and Low Gothic.
Imperium and Imperial Creed.
Yep. So you have Imperial Guard, common lore Imperial Guard. Now that rolls underneath your intelligence stat. So you're trying to roll underneath your intelligence score, but also a -10 to that. So whatever your intelligence is, take 10 off of the.
All right, so intelligence is 33, so I got to roll lower than a 23.
Yeah, on a D100.
Can I assist him in any way? Tell him what he's looking for. with my
Not
intelligence?
really. Do you have any knowledge of armored warfare in terms of tanks?
I've got Imperial Guard.
Yeah, that's what he's rolling under right now. So, but you have not been given any training.
Yeah, medic. Do you have any experience with tanks?
All
Well,
right,
we
here we.
all kind of have one through being mechanized. So,
I feel a critical failure.
I'll roll it.
Chimera's close enough to Lehman Russ, right?
Find out.
Oh,
oh, Ben.
Ben, you had one. That's actually not how you're supposed to roll. I don't think.
No, it's a D100.
Yeah.
He's rolling underneath.
Rolling
this-
D100.
underneath his score, which he needed to roll underneath a 23.
23.
There's two ways
So-
you can do it. You could run up your character sheet, and then you could have, like, I think, hit. Where is it? This, right?
Yeah, remember you could fill out your character sheet in roll 20, and
I had-
Do that. And see, I would have passed that. Woo!
Yeah. You can just actually click the skill.
Hand.
Click the skill like
On
common
to the
lore.
left of it. No. On your character
Or-
sticks to the left, it will highlight when you click on it. and
Okay,
then
so
enter your
modifier minus 10, and then
No, plus
submit.
10. Plus 10.
No,
Well,
but
no, he's rolling. He's rolling under. He's getting a
Yeah.
negative 10. To
No,
this.
I did
It's
that
difficult.
correctly.
Yeah.
33 minus 10, and
It's
then I rolled the
23.
40. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No
not
matter
getting
what
he's not getting a plus to this, Bob. He's getting a minus.
No.
Yeah.
More.
So you go in there, and its layout is completely different than well, you already rolled 3
I
times.
know.
you go in
I
and
know.
you're trying to find this, but you don't know really anything about how this how it's things are stowed in this vehicle. Like it doesn't have the same, it doesn't even have the same layout of what you've seen of like the layouts of a Lehman Russ standard variant. So you spend about 5 or 10 minutes like looking through everything, and all you can really find is maybe some spare crack grenades kind of lying about, and a couple of loose personal effects, but nothing really. You can't find where they're putting the actual ordnance if they have any at all.
Okay. So I failed.
So you
Grapplers
failed.
crack.
I bug out.
maybe going to an armored regiment trying to get infantry equipment wouldn't have been the best ideas.
Well, we need explosives. I
Well,
mean, I
yeah,
figured
but
maybe
they have-
I'd haul a shell out or something like that.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't
That'd
look
be a little weird.
inconspicuous. taking a demolisher shell back to camp.
Just walk out with it.
We'll strap it to SlyFox's back and.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'll give it to Midge. He can open it up
put it
and take
inside
out the explosive charge.
You put it inside your shirt, and you're just like, yeah, I have a really bad food baby right now from...
Sergeant Bundeswehr
right.
would be very displeased if he came back with a demolisher shell.
Mission accomplished, Bob.
Snow and SlyFox, you have made it to the... It's been an hour, by the way, so now you have 2 hours left to drop.
Okay.
So, SnowFox and SlyFox, you are at the front of the line. And the quartermaster is there, and he's given you these forms to fill out to listing what your squad is, what your platoon is, and everything like that. Going through everything, it's taking about like 5 or 10 minutes to get through this.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the point where you're listing the items that you want to requisition. So, what are you requisitioning through this?
One shovel.
As many... No.
What?
It would be 5 shovels. Or 10, sorry. It'd be 10, because there's 5 of us, and then our comrade said, I'll put 10 shovels. I'll put, if possible, and then I'll put, does 5 demolition charges sound? Well, Sergeant, how many demolition charges do you think we need?
Make it like 15.
All right.
All right.
And 1-man portable blast cannon. Okay, here you go, quartermaster.
We probably want a detonator for those, and some detonation cable as well. So don't forget to put that on the requisition form.
Oh yeah, we need det cord.
Yeah. It might help that we could actually blow the demolition charges up.
Well, these are like my ordnance guys. They're supposed to know what they need.
Yeah, I know. I put it all in there.
Well, aren't the demolition charges? Aren't they just like satchel charges?
Yeah. They
are.
Yeah.
They're literally satchel charges. So
Okay.
You just pull the wire out of it, and then you throw the damn thing into
Yeah.
it.
Right. Okay.
You guys are strong enough to carry 15 satchel charges, right?
I've got a lot of...
We're not carrying them all at once on our persons.
We're going to go in the tank.
Okay. All right, I give it to the quartermaster.
Okay, well, he looks it over through everything, and he's looking through his little computer. So he's got a cogitator next to him, and he's going through it, seeing what's available.
Cogitator is activated.
So here's how this works: is that there is a role associated with this. Now we have to figure out how much you have to roll. So you start out with a logistics score of 5.
Yep.
Okay. Now, somebody needs to figure out what the availability of a demo charge is. So, might want to go to the armory and figure out what the availability of a demo charge is.
Okay.
Page 161 looks like is where that starts for the armory. Then for
demolition charge would probably be under war gear, I would assume.
That's 197.
Survival suit, detox.
Okay,
everything.
demolition charge, availability, rare.
Rare. Okay, there are multiple.
Oh, I know,
regiments,
that's a demolition cannon. Never mind. One second.
Hold on.
Where is this?
Requisitions, demo charges get demolished.
Scarce.
Yeah, that's scarce.
Okay, scarce. There are multiple regiments currently on this front, which is considered this troop base. So that is at a +0, so it's still at a 5. It's been less than 3 months, so that's a -10 to the roll, which makes it impossible. It's been less than 3 months on the front, so this front's been active, so that's -10 as well. So that's a -20. Actually, no, that's a -15, so impossible. Virulent impasse, which is a -10, so it's even, so that's a -25. This is not mission assigned equipment, so you don't get any benefits from there.
Okay,
so make a roll.
Plus, we're well provisioned. Keep that in mind.
yeah, we do get +10 to that.
Oh yeah, you do. So it's a negative. So instead of it being
15.
negative, it's a negative 15. So make a roll.
Does Slash roll 100?
You're not taking that well provision away from me, damn it.
Yeah,
I don't-
no, go ahead. Go ahead. You could still get something out of this.
Is
There's
it
a chart.
Slash roll 100? Or
Yes.
No, slash roll D100.
Yeah.
Do 100.
Don't pull Magnus.
Okay, so
Oh.
you got a +4 degree of failure, which means no gear is assigned. And I'm going to average those two. So I'm going to take the biggest one. I'm going to take the smallest one because that's the least one. But it's still the same result. No gear is available. The supply depot demands the characters each return one piece of equipment from their standard regimental kit. So he goes over this and he's looking over his records. And
He's punishing us for asking.
And he finds in his chart that you've been assigned one too many frag grenades. So he requests both foxes to give him back a frag grenade from their kit. They have one too many. The system can't be wrong. So
it is wrong.
well, that'd be heretical
Asshole.
if it said that. So
Okay. So I'll be like, okay,
What character are you playing next?
go
No.
back, and I'm gonna go grab these frag grenades.
Yep.
Sergeant,
so everyone from the group is now one frag grenade pourer.
Everybody?
Sergeant, I have some really
I thought
bad
it was
news
just
to tell
those
you.
two.
Just them two.
No, because this is a squad level thing. They don't keep track of the individual guardsmen. They just keep track of the squad.
Apparently, we have had he went and looking in the books, and apparently we had one too many frag grenades. So I have to go gather up one frag grenade from all of us.
All right. Well, I edited mine.
So you should only have. How many do you have now?
2 each.
We shall have 2.
2.
I got 6.
Yeah.
What?
Why do you have
So that's where they've all gone. Ben's been hoarding them. Is that what we're going with?
I had 7,
So,
and then you
how
fuckers
about
took
this?
one.
How about Ben?
No.
Ben!
No.
We also have 3.
We're gonna be
No,
honest
no.
here. Y'all fucked up a little bit.
Let's think of the scenarios right now. Me and Callahan fucked up at the DMV. Benjamin decided, hey, let's go raid a demolisher tank.
Me giving him a
Well,
nudge saying,
actually,
"Yeah, let's go do that."
the medic said it was a good idea to raid the tank, to which the weapons specialist was happy to do.
Yeah, and then Bob is just trying to make deals with other squads just so we have shit we need.
So Bob's the only one that's done anything useful.
So I mean, Bob can try to trade some reloads for demo charges, and that's all that's left.
I'm happy to, if William Harshman happens to have some demo charges available, be willing to trade one of our reloads for the autocannon for them.
He has a singular demo charge available, and he is willing. He is willing.
Single
One demo charge for one charge pack.
Wait,
That's
let's
That's
see
not a charge
how
pack. That's 60 rounds of autocannon ammo.
let's see how scarce the autocannon ammo is. Because if we try to requisition that and it's harder, we're gonna be.
Is autocannon ammo a separate thing on here?
Yeah, there is an ammunition.
To be correct here, guys, there's
here
no
we go.
way of passing that test, anyways. There's only what degree of failure I can get.
Would it be?
So next time we send the person with the highest intelligence to go do one of those tests.
That's not an
I'm
intelligence.
on page 192, which is where ammunition
Yeah,
starts.
that's not an
I
intelligence. roll at
was
all.
trying to be sneaky, and my sneak still played no part. in
Really,
it.
the best person to send would have been Bob, since he's a sergeant, so he would have a little bit of a higher standing on being able to get logistics.
Sergeants don't stand in line.
Oh.
I know, right?
I don't see like specifically like autocannon rounds.
Well, would it be like vehicular ammo?
Well, just put it to the DM's discretion, then I guess.
I mean, there's the basic table here, which is like shot
Artillery.
bullets. Artillery, very rare.
Which
Is
is
that-
2 levels more rare than the demo charge,
Scarce.
which is scarce.
I think we keep our autocannon.
But the autocannon ammo, I'm just going to tell you, is a part of the standard kit. You are supposed to. These things are supposed to come with 2 spare reloads plus a charge in the actual gun. So you would
Yeah,
get.
but we've already established that the
want this
cogitators aren't always
Here's
accurate.
what's
always accurate.
Here's what's gonna happen. I will trade the reload for the demo charge.
Okay.
And then I am gonna go get ourselves some more rounds and use my deceive skill to say that we didn't get as many as we were supposed to.
Roll it.
So your deceive fellowship.
Callahan just moping around, going, "I lost a frag grenade."
About to say, can you check to see if they could change the grenade requisition in the system
Well
too?
done there, Bob.
Ah,
Target
good job.
53, roll a
No,
20.
he apologizes. He's like, well, that doesn't seem right. We got it on this system, but no.
All I can tell you is what's in the Chimera, buddy. Look, I don't got enough.
Hey, I understand. We'll have somebody bring over a pack before the drop.
That's right, you
Just
will.
one? Just one?
We're just gonna get
Yeah.
the one.
We're only
You're
one
just gonna
team.
go. You're getting up
Well,
to your
here's the thing: is if he comes over and I say like, "Hey, we need 3," and he sees that we've already got the 2 and we only need the 1, I've got some explaining to do. So, but if we've got the 2, we just need the 1. I say I need the 1, then everything's okay.
All right. So you now have in your squad a demo charge, a singular demo charge.
I want SnowFox to carry it.
Okay. How much? How?
But you don't want the guy with the flamethrower to have it?
Nah, that's too much. That's too much combustion on one guy.
You might just want to
1
leave it
kilogram.
inside the vehicle, SnowFox.
Oh no, that's easy to carry for me. It's only 1 kilogram.
Okay. So
Oh, does William have a spare e-tool?
Oh yeah, yeah. Some e-tools hanging around.
no, he doesn't, and even then, the ones he has, he doesn't want to part with.
Damn.
Son of a bitch! I will get it eventually.
Quartermaster douchebag.
I will be on his
No,
ass.
that's not a quartermaster. That's Sergeant William Harpshman. He's one of my friends.
Oh,
He's
no,
the next
one of
platoon
your
over.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that
Oh,
quartermaster. I will get a e-tool from that guy. Really. I
You
will-
want me to sneak in?
We're just going to see SnowFox halfway through this battle go beat up a heretic farmer for his shovel.
So,
no. I need an e-tool. I need something compact. You know, I can't just have this big
better
shovel.
question: does anybody have any demolition type experience or skill on their sheet?
No.
Okay, well, we got to be very, very careful in how we use these things. Then
Well, this thing singular.
And so I'm the weapon specialist, and no.
No,
Well-
I have chemistry.
I feel like me and
Oh.
Sly would be the closest people to being able to get that, but we're gonna have to wait for a level for me to get like explosive stuff skills.
Yeah. Well, so you have you've spent this time. You spent 2 hours trying to locate a demo charge, and you've done so. You've traded away 1 reload of your autocannon, but got lucky with
10 grenades.
Yeah, and you lost grenades by
You
trying
lost
to go through
5
official
grenades.
10, because
And no, I'm not sharing.
well, actually, technically, we lost more than 5 grenades because
Yeah,
we
technically
have
we lost
a bunch
10.
of people in the squad.
Yeah.
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 But you, yeah, they
13 grenades.
going through official channels, you got fucked. But then you went through unofficial channels, and you were able to lie your way to a net gain for the squad, kind of. So,
Squad fall in line. Stop mucking about.
so you've the rest of the time after that, it's basically just been squaring everything away. Like the vehicle crew's getting everything worked out, trying to get everything kind of together. But within the last hour before the drop, you see a lot of these overhead, a lot of these transport cranes that were originally used to get the vehicles into the bay without driving them, have now started being active, and you see these what look like Valkyrie transport ships, but without a crew compartment. The Vendetta gunship down. They're starting to lower them to the various squads, getting them hooked up to the actual chimeras. These things look really rickety because the chimera is about the same size as the bird itself. The wings are kind of just like going over it, and it's not the most what would you call it?
Safe.
Safe site.
It's like the Russian flying tank from World War II.
Well, it doesn't have wings. It's a VTOL aircraft. And they're getting everything strapped down. Their tech priests kind of walking around, getting things together. Servitors getting these big quasi cloth straps and these metal buckles, kind of just getting everything secured down.
Can I go up, walk up to the tech priest and ask him what chance is this of us getting prematurely dropped from this?
I hit Callahan in the back of the head again.
I'm scared for my life right now.
Do you not believe in the machine spirit?
If you praise the machine spirit,
I'm a little concerned that Callahan's...
That's why I say prematurely dropped, not
I'm just
failed.
a little concerned that Callahan has said two heretical things before we even got off the ship.
Yeah, within the space of like 6 hours, he's been like, heresy.
We're going to fight heretics, and Callahan keeps saying heretical
he
things.
stares
about...
at you, and he like very quietly for a second. He's like, "If you praise the machine spirit, he will reward you."
And then on the sly hands, Corporal Magnus some more straps to strap Callahan to the bottom of the tank.
Remember?
Yeah, I don't really have any other tasks for anybody to do. I guess if we just want to get inside the Chimera and just wait.
That's generally what everybody's recommending now. You see your platoon commander's going down. He's making sure everybody's in their vehicle, making sure the bird's there. The pilot is already in the bird. And he's strapped in as well. Him and his co-pilot, and they're both already in there. You haven't talked to them. They haven't talked to you.
All right. So being a hero of the battlefield, I would like to roll something, probably perception, to make sure that everything on the Chimera is strapped down properly.
I'll give you an intelligence plus 20 because you've had experience.
I am a war hero, damn it.
Yeah.
Can I? I've got where's my things? I got something that might. Help as well.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
Good job.
I was going to say, if it failed, I would have banked it up and done the
Bob
setting.
finds a bunch of demo charges strapped to the bottom of the tank.
Bob, you've looked this thing up, down, and you actually found that there was a bayonet that was not strapped down entirely correctly. It was not in its sheath. It was kind of loosely packed in.
Whose is it?
And it's generally just kind of like a loose one. It might have been for the vehicle crew or something, but it was underneath a whole bunch of bags and stuff. Maybe been there for a while, but it was not strapped down correctly, and that could have hurt somebody if it had come undone.
Whose is it? Whose is this? Holding this bayonet up. Who does this belong to?
An unsung hero, Bob.
Should we get the vehicle crew in as well?
I'm gonna cut each one of you unless someone claims whose bayonet.
Bob, are you freaking channeling Band of Brothers? Whose rusty bayonet is this?
Captain Sobel.
I wouldn't take this.
You want to kill Germans?
Piece of
Not
shit
with this
to
rusty
war.
piece of shit you're not. And I won't take you to war.
Sergeant,
We can pass. Revolt.
That's Private Kowalski's.
I'm about to say, where's Private Bullshit?
Private bullshit.
Malarkey.
Well,
is anyone claim the bayonet, or guys?
No one claims the bayonet. The vehicle crew have
Private Kowalski's bayonet.
Okay. Well, here's what's gonna happen: is I'm gonna get rid of the bayonet. I'm gonna chuck it out on the deck of the transport, and someone's gonna be minus a bayonet, whoever that is.
All right, because half the vehicle crew is not in the same compartment as you. Like the driver is in the front compartment strapped in.
Why don't we go talk to them and see if any of this is?
Well, they're strapped into the Vendetta, so they're like the actual pilot front part of the bird is hanging over the front of the Chimera, so you can't really get to it. They're in.
No, wait. I'm talking specifically about my mechanized crew.
Yeah, that's them. No,
Why-
the
bird's
If
just
you
like
look up a picture of a Vendetta gunship, it has a high back, it's got a flat back, and then it goes down.
No, I understand that.
The driver crew is in a separate compartment compared to the transport. We do not, and the hatch to get inside that compartment is being blocked by the Vendetta. So we do not have contact with our drivers until
the only person in the vehicle crew that is within reach of you is the commander of the vehicle, Corporal Lawrence, who's sitting in the command chair of the turret, with like 5 different straps onto him.
My question is, why is our crew for the Chimera in the Vendetta?
They're not in the Vendetta. They're in the vehicle. But the Vendetta is blocking the access port.
All right.
That's what I was saying.
All right.
Yeah, the nose of the Vendetta is over
bayonet out and onto the deck.
That is fine, because nobody claimed it. So maybe they thought something would happen to them. So it's now about close to maybe a half hour or less. You're not totally sure to the drop, but you're all kind of in your chimera at this point. The back end is closed up. It's been sealed. It's like got that red light for the internal light, and you're just kind of waiting at this point. You feel yourself moving around. You hear a lot of grinding of gears and stuff on the outside, and it seems like all the birds are getting ready to drop. And then you hear over through like the not thick armor, the armor that is there of the chimera. You hear an alarm start sounding. An alarm.
Yeah, that queued up.
Yeah, I did. I got some shit queued up here. And
hands to battle.
Yeah, you start feeling like what would you call them? Kind of quakes through what you can only describe as the superstructure of the ship. Things are starting to get close to drop, and then you specifically Bob, you hear over your comms because you're next to the vehicle crew, and they're the only ones. I'm assuming since Bob never bought the Vox upgrade for his comrade, the only Vox for the squad is on the Chimera. You hear through the Chimera's Vox system, your commanding officer of the of your platoon and company, and they're calling off numbers, like 1 go, 2 go, 3 go, and it's just going through that. And when they get to 5-5, you feel a jerk and then nothing. And what I mean by nothing is that it's kind of weightless for a second. You're all dropping down, very, very fast from what you can hear. You're hearing wind, kind of this what sounds like wind from the outside of the vehicle. Things are getting hotter and hotter, and you start feeling it kind of even out a little bit, and then it not evening out anymore. Almost like the Vendetta can't maintain altitude by itself with this thing. So it was there was that golden period right between there that where it kind of felt like it was holding it and then it's not holding it anymore, and it's going
those testicles, wallet, and watch.
I feel sick, Sergeant.
Hold it together, Callahan.
To the Emperor Sanguinius.
Someone give me the helmet.
You're hearing engines on either side of the vehicle start revving up. Things are starting to shake more, and now it's not this kind of thing that sounds like wind. Now it actually sounds like rushing really close to the vehicle's body, and you're hearing it through there, and it's starting to shake even more. It's just going down really quickly, and you start hearing over the Vox a voice that you hadn't heard before, which you can only assume is maybe your pilot calling out altitude to his co-pilot. And it's like, it's like 35,000, 34,000, just like very quickly going very quickly downward until you start getting close to the under 1,000 feet mark. As it's like they start going to smaller and smaller numbers, and then when you get to the 100-foot mark, you hear brace.
Callahan praying to the machine gods currently trying.
And then you hear the engines on the Valkyrie flare really, really, really loudly. And then you hear release, and then you're kind of you lost a lot of speed during the brace period, then release, and then it got a lot quicker for a second. And now I need you all to make a toughness test.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh no!
Don't worry, I got this, boys.
Any modifier or just straight toughness?
Straight toughness.
So what do we do? Go into a character.
I believe I get a +10 because of Iron Jaw. If I remember correctly.
Woohoo!
So what do I do? I just hit toughness
second.
next to my toughness?
Yes.
Yeah, just click
Does Iron
toughness.
Joy give you +10?
I remember it gives you something, doesn't it?
I thought that just like negates stunning.
Oh, that's right. It does negate.
Holy shit, Midgeman.
Midgeman!
Oh, Midge.
Holy shit. Glassjaw medic.
And Bob, of course, does another crit.
You,
Oh, wait, no, Bob didn't do it. I was looking.
I got the best roll out of that.
I critical failed.
yeah, you hit ground and mid and what is, I can't even see your names because they're all covered over each other. Where the fuck did this?
Okay, it starts with me, and then it goes Ben, Bob, Midge, and Fly.
So you hit ground really hard, and Herbert and Sergeant Robert and let's see here. So who failed? It was Midge, Bob, SnowFox.
Everybody but me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
everybody but Ben eats shit. Like you're like to various different degrees. Basically, you hit really hard, and there's that second, when you hit something really hard, you sink down into your seat, and then you go back up. Well, when you went back up, there's there's a hard kind of shelf.
Oh, shit.
for
Well,
things to
Midge did critical fail this, so I
So
think.
have I been KO'd?
No, you haven't. I mean, it was pretty hard, but you didn't hit terminal velocity or anything like that. And you take a fatigue damage. Take 1 fatigue damage, all of you.
Okay.
Basically, you just hit your heads really fucking hard.
Surely mine should be like 2 though, because I critical
You
failed.
did critical failed this.
Yeah, you did critical fail it. Yes, you get 2, I guess. That
Okay.
works pretty well.
Where is fatigue?
It's not letting me put
SlyFox,
fatigue
your
in on this.
gain is just through the roof again, it sounds like.
But remember, you take if you take enough fatigue damage equal to your toughness bonus, you knocked out.
Ah,
So that's
So
just
I
that's like a separate
almost got knocked
part of
out.
the thing, too. Okay, I was typed that in.
Okay,
It
it's under
said-
wounds.
for me, it
so
says
do I
my
put-
threshold 7.
So do I put 2?
Yep,
Yes, you put down 2, which I think your toughness bonus midge is what, 4?
3.
3. So you're very close to you're just like you're
Proper. I'm just like got a nosebleed
Well,
going on now.
Isn't
Sort of,
that? I thought it looks like it does the strength and. Oh no, it says my threshold is 7 for my fatigue. It says a threshold of 7 and then my current, which is 1, right? So where does that 7 come from? Because my bonus isn't 4. Isn't
it must
7,
be
it's
strength
4.
and not toughness then.
Then
It
mine
might be
would be
strength
8
toughness.
because my strength is 4 as well. I don't know. That's weird. So
yeah.
we'll just do off toughness then.
yeah. So you've hit ground, and it's very quiet for a second, and then you hear the driver kind of try turning over the engine. You hear Quincy trying to turn the engine over, and then it or everything to, I guess, all the dust and grime and shit that accumulated through the drop, and the engine turns over. It seems to be working. Things are going out. You hear the vehicle crew. They're calling out things going over their control panel, like turret reverse, green, various things like that. And over the Vox, there's nothing. It's like a kind of a quasi static going for a few seconds, and then it starts to then it starts to kind of auto track would be the word. It's trying to it gets back its signal because it might have been knocked out by the drop. And then you start hearing various different squads and radio messages from your regiment calling over the Vox. And you're on the ground. You've landed. So you're all in your vehicle.
We're alive! Yay!
Permission to go outside and throw up, Sergeant?
I'm fine.
Everyone's gonna hurl.
It got really
I'm
bad
good.
at the end there.
I'm good.
I'm gonna ask the vehicle crew to hold for the moment while we get outside and take a look around.
Copy.
Everyone out.
The door pops
Callahan
open.
immediately goes off to the nearest bush and throws up.
Bullets start plinking off the hull.
Actually, that's the thing you're noticing when you.
Oh shit!
No.
Don't go outside.
When you go outside, there's no noise. Like it's very quiet for a little while. You're not sure if it's because you hit your head, But you do see things going on when you look to the.
I didn't hit my head shoot.
Oh yeah, no, Ben, you didn't hit your head. I assumed everybody. No, Ben, you can hear a lot of shit going on. Things, a lot of shit's going on, but nothing near you. Nothing near you. Actually, hold on. I can play that up. This is technically only for you, Ben. But yeah.
Everybody else mute it.
Everyone take your headphones off.
That doesn't really work. But you start getting things. Once you exit, it takes a minute, but you start hearing stuff again. You can see in the horizon lots of tracer fire going up into the sky. You can see vendettas racing back up to orbit at fastest get the fuck out of here speed. Especially yours. Yours is just going straight up after they dropped you. You can see them. They're going straight up.
So the rest of us,
Bye, guys.
the rest of us are like stunned then, right? Is that
No, I'm worse than that.
You're
I'm on
stunned
the
for-
floor holding my head. Oh.
You're stunned for a second or two.
I'm throwing up in a bush right now, not
You're
realizing
stunned-
what's going on.
You're stunned for a second or two.
I'm still sat inside going.
See, I'm like over here right now, just throwing up.
Well, this isn't the map. This is just
Midgeman is Peter Griffin when he hits his knee.
My head.
So you, like I said, you can see on the horizon. There's a lot of tracers going up into the air. There's a lot of stuff going on above you. You can see a lot of the vendettas. Some of them still even dropping troops down. Some of them going straight back up. You can see some heavy lift stuff trying to hold on. I got a call. That is. Yeah. Okay. You can see some the heavy lift stuff kind of dropping down as well. It's just general chaos in the air.
So I'm the only one who's aware of their surroundings,
No,
and
like
they're
I said before, you're stunned for a couple of seconds, but then everybody kind of.
Don't you get big girl panties on, boys? Shit's hitting the fan.
But the area around you is this kind of the field almost. Like there's a small forest near you, but there's nothing really. There's no real.
Do we have
landmarks?
Do we have an actual
for
map?
this, or
Bob does. Bob has a squad.
are we
leader.
getting shot at right now?
No, you are not getting a shot at. Everything
right.
seems quiet in terms of just action near you.
no? I was talking about like a change at the Roll20 map to wherever we are right now, or are we good?
There is no map for where you are right now.
Okay.
There's no battle going on. There's no
First thing I want to do is make a navigate surface roll to make sure we are where we're supposed to be.
Okay, well, you do have a small map. You were provided with various different maps for the local area, so you can roll that with a plus 15.
Oh,
You think you're right where you need to be.
We're good, guys.
I'm not.
Now,
well, we don't know anything about it. We're just like, all right, Sarge.
would you like to make an intelligence check? Or anybody that has a high intelligence, you can make
I've got an intelligence of 47.
Oh, that's the highest we got.
Well, maybe you could try it.
But I am also severely fatigued now.
I rolled a 93.
What do I just roll against my intelligence?
Yeah, just
Do
roll
that
your
and
intelligence.
didn't do like probably like a minus something. I would think.
There is. I would tell people if there's a minus to rolls.
Despite the fact I just hit my head, my intelligence is fine.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
Mitch gets it.
Midge, you suggest you might be able to use the Vox to figure out exactly where you are by calling into command.